What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Friday edition of my NBA DFS podcast. And it's nice to have a nice big game slate tonight. The 2-game slate last night is always tough. It's really just a flip of a coin whether or not you cash. Not too much skill goes into 2-game slates, but got a lot more games tonight. I'm going to mention to you guys my favorite value play at each position. If you watched, well, I didn't have a video yesterday because of the 2-game slate, but if you watched Wednesday's video, you guys should have done very well. Every guy I mentioned hit value. I had mentioned Simmons. He was the cover guy. He hit value. Luka Doncic had a huge game. I mentioned him for GPP. Dotson was another guy I mentioned. He ended up having the best value on the entire slate. $4,300 guy getting 32 points. Otto Porter at 1% hits value. I mentioned him. Larry Nance crushing it. And then I mentioned McGee and Alex Len, who both hit value. So we had an absolute fire video on Wednesday. Let's keep the ball rolling today. I have an MLB giveaway on my Twitter page. Make sure you retweet it. The winner gets to pick whichever MLB membership they want, whether it's FanDuel or DraftKings main, cash and GPP, or Quick Pick or tiers. Season passes. Retweet that. I'm announcing the winner tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. For tonight's slate, we got some really good value. We want to keep an eye on Ben Simmons. He's recently been tagged with a game-time decision with an illness. If he's out, you definitely want to look towards TJ McConnell, who will probably get the spot start in his place. And then with Embiid out, there's more usage without Simmons and Embiid. You're going to have Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris with mega usage on that Sixers attack. So you're going to want as much exposure to those guys as possible if Simmons is out. So keep an eye on that injury news. But my favorite point guard as of right now is definitely Frank Jackson. Drew Holiday is out. So Jackson's probably going to get the spot start at shooting guard. If not starting, he's going to get a lot of minutes off the bench. He was actually playing a lot of minutes even with Drew Holiday playing, and he was hitting value on some pretty tough nights. So I think without Drew Holiday, it's going to be an easy night for Frank Jackson to hit value. He should easily be up at 25 minutes, maybe even more. And he's a pretty solid player when he gets the minutes. So $3,700, just $200 off of minimum price. You definitely want to look towards Frank Jackson's way tonight. Shooting guard is another guy I'm looking to spend down on. As far as my mentions here, I really like Wayne Ellington. Since getting traded over to the Pistons, he's been playing pretty well, and he's seeing pretty good minutes. He's been starting for them. He's got a great matchup against the Chicago Bulls. Their defense is pretty underwhelming. And Ellington's been seeing consistently over 20 minutes, even creeping into 30 minutes some games. And at $3,900, basically minimum price, you can't go wrong with Ellington. He's going to get you over 15 fantasy points quite easily. And worst comes to worst, you just drop his score. I think him or Frank Jackson will definitely hit value. You can just drop the other guy's score. Those are my two cheapies of the night. Small forward, I love all three studs tonight. I'm going to have to mix and match and find a way to get them all involved in my lineups. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and KD all have awesome matchups and good prices tonight. Paul George, 10-7 is a fair price. He's got a fantastic matchup in LA. The Clippers have a warm butter defense. You can just slice right through it. And I think George can easily reach value tonight. He needs just over 50 fantasy points. Kawhi Leonard and KD are very cheap. Leonard's got one of the best matchups of the season in New Orleans. The Pelicans give up a bunch of points. There shouldn't be a blowout here. Toronto's really good, but they are on the road. I think Leonard could easily hit value. He's probably more the GPP play out of the bunch. I'm going to try to fit Paul George and KD together. If not, definitely one of them. KD's also a great play at 92. He only needs 45 fantasy points to reach value. This Denver Golden State game should be an absolute slugfest of a game. It should be close, high scoring, and I hope people look at KD's last game and just shy off at him. It was just a really bizarre game. The Warriors got blown out by the Celtics, and they were at home. Just don't expect that again tonight. Expect them to have a huge bounce back. You know they've been practicing on the things they screwed up on last game, so KD should come out here and easily get over 40 fantasy points. Really cheap price on him, even with everyone healthy on the Warriors. For power forward, I'm sticking with the same guy I picked in last video, and that's Larry Nance. Without Ante-Zizic and without Tristan Thompson, Nance just sees way too much minutes and way too much value. Even against a Miami D that's pretty good and a price increase at 6,500, Nance should easily be able to see himself get over 30 minutes and 30 fantasy points. He went off last game, 32 minutes, double-double, 42.5 fantasy points. I think Larry Nance is just a guy you want to have. Power forward isn't too strong of a position either tonight, so I like Larry Nance. Maybe Kevin Love as a GPP play. His price has gone up, but so is his minutes. He had a huge game last game, 51.2. If you want to look towards his way in GPP, I don't mind it. For center, I'm looking middle to high tier. Clint Capella, in my opinion, is really underpriced at 7,500. He's a guy who could easily be at 9,000. He's presents really good upside. He can get 50 fantasy points on a really good game. He only needs like 36 tonight to reach value. And with an Embiid-less Philadelphia 76ers team, I think Capella could really eat down low. They might have a game plan more focused around the paint. So Capella could find himself eating tonight at home against the 76ers. This game is a really good game to pick from. Should stay fairly close and should be really high scoring. 7,500 is a really good price. He hasn't been really killing it as of late, but his minutes are there. Expect him to have a better game tonight. The matchup is certainly there. So that'll sum it up for today's video, guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope I help you out. Subscribe and like this video, and let's crush it tonight. We got quick pick, tiers, everything is in full motion tonight. So tune in later and get my lineups about 30-45 minutes before lock. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.